every famous YouTube celebrity, TV personality, movie maker, you name it, has spoken about the history of Lamborghini and how it came to be, this dispute with Enzo Ferrari and all of that. I honestly, I'm not here to be talking about that. Everybody in the car world who loves cars knows about it. So there's no point in me saying that again. I'm only here for one thing, which is pure teenage boy, girl car dreams. In the early 90s, anybody who's now in their late 30s, early 40s, 50s, they remember when this car, the Lamborghini Diablo, in early 1990 was announced by Lamborghini, then owned by Chrysler. Every automotive journalist, TV, magazine, TV show, whatever you have, name it, announced it, talked about it, and all of us who were dreaming about cars, who were into the world of cars, started drooling and being at awe by what I think is still to this day, hands down, the most beautiful car ever made. That's my personal opinion. This and the BMW 8 Series are my top number one absolute favorite design cars. And it's no secret that they're both in the 90s. They were both developed in the late 80s, came out in the 90s, and above all, they both have wedge-shaped look as well as pop-up headlights. Red, of course, is my all-time favorite color. I still, to this day, remember very, very clearly the first time I ever laid eyes on a Lamborghini Diablo. It was also red. It was in Malmo, Sweden, early 90s. I had just gotten my driver's license. I got into my Honda Civic, drove to the Malmo Auto Show, paid my ticket, got in, went in, and right at the beginning, it was not that huge of a location. Right at the beginning, at the harbor, indoors, Lamborghini had put a red 1991, 92, 93, I may have believed what it was, at display on top. And I just walked in, and it was like seeing an absolute alien spaceship out of this world right in front of me. I couldn't stay away. I stood by that booth for endless time. Right across from it was, of course, they usually put the same type of cars around each other, was Ferrari's booth, in which they had the iconic 355, which I should add, I'll take it back, that is actually one of my top 3 favorite cars of all time as well. Again, 90s, pop-up lights, and gorgeous wedge shape. So Diablo, CSI, and Ferrari 355 are definitely mine and many other guys' favorite cars of all time. Still to this day, anywhere I go with this beautiful car, it turns heads. The sound, the driving, the look. For God's sake, when I'm sitting in this car, I'm literally at the wheels of a truck or an SUV, or literally when you're sitting down, you're sitting on the ground. It's difficult to drive, sure, but once you get it up to speed, it just comes to life. You feel at one with the road. All your senses are heightened because you have to be extremely careful of how you drive, what you drive. You got to be aware of your surroundings. You're one with the car. You push it in, first gear, second gear, third gear. You just keep pushing, and that's when your senses come to life right there and then. It's like, this is how it must have felt in 1990, 91, 92, driving this car as a new car. Then being a well-to-do person who could, of course, afford a gorgeous, beautiful car, expensive car like this. Almost 500 horsepower, dog leg, amazing design, scissor doors. It's just everything you feel like you want to have in a cool, fun, enthusiast car. Of course, not a daily driver. It's right here. Lamborghini made the Diablo from 1990 to 2001 for 11 years. It replaced the Countach and later got replaced by the Murcielago. Mind you that day when I went to the Malmö Auto Show, it left a huge impression on me. Many other teenage boys as well, my friends, other people that I know. There are many guys I know who are obsessed with the Diablo. Even girls. There are some girls who I know are completely obsessed with Lamborghini in general, but then you got the Diablo, which I believe to be the most beautiful and most iconic of all the Lamborghinis. I've had this desire to want to own, drive, and represent one of these, and it has happened now. Special super thanks to my great friend, Mr. Schroeder in Germany, Seagull 1961. Him and I spoke, and he thought that it would be good to send this car to me to have me represent for him here in the United States of America. There really isn't much that I, as a car guy, can tell you, as a historian can tell you. There really isn't. It's all about the passion, about the driving, about the feeling, and how I encourage people in my age group, especially 30s, 40s, 50s, to go for it if they have the means for it. Live the passion, live the life. It is here. I mean, I literally, every time I sit in this car and take it anywhere, I just become 10 years younger. It's just there's something spectacular about it. The beautiful design inside, the low bucket seats, anything you want, it's right there. There are many teenage boys and girls that I know who are obsessed with these cars. This car was in Germany. It was originally delivered to its first owner in Belgium, and later on it was acquired by my great friend Mr. Schroeder. It was restored in 2019. We have photos of it, and it's here today. It has been with me for about 6 months now, and I'm going to be very sad to see it go. But what else can I say about this car that hasn't already been said? Everything you need to know is in our listing. However, I'm definitely encouraging you to, if you have the means for it, if you always wanted one, go for it. We did all the hard work. We flew this car in from Germany in an airplane. We did all the paperwork, import papers, everything. It's ready to go with a Montana title. It's just a simple title transfer from me to the next custodian. It has been fully refurbished. The engine is in great shape. The body's in great shape. It's restored, new paint, fresh paint from 2019. I had it checked out by Gran Turismo of Los Angeles. There were some minor things that it needed. It just needed a switch for the window and a minor bolt underneath the car that it needed. And other than that, everything else has been dealt with, and it's in incredible, fantastic shape. To say that I've made my dreams come true is an understatement. I want to thank everybody who has been around with me for the past few years to become an automotive presenter. And unfortunately, I lost my mom about 1 month ago. I wish she would have been here to see this moment with me. But I know she's looking down on me from heaven, looking at me and my daughter, who looks like my mother a lot. So God bless her soul, and God bless everybody who's in the automotive world, in the world. Love, peace, and passion is the name of the game. My name is Alec Cartio, and I'm a presenter with Cartiology.